Yes,
I will record this for you. Okay.
perfect. Perfect, yes. So we've seen that with the Glenn-Doman method and teaching very fast that we reach more progress quicker with a child. And obviously we try to do this before the age of 3 as much as possible, because from 3 to 6, the brain will take a little bit longer to learn. But up to 9 years old, then we should have done the whole curriculum. So the sooner we can start, the better. And we will reach then more of the goals for the child. Yes.
So you think before 3 years old already the majority
So
should be done?
yeah, so in this specific philosophy, the earlier you start, the more you can reach with a child. Obviously, we know that we never stop learning. I mean, I don't stop learning. But everything you can do before the age of 3, you are way ahead of any other child, because our brains are so flexible to learn. So learning different languages, learning mathematics, learning to read, all happens before the age of 3. And then on top of that, we start to build whatever the foundation is that we have created.
So it's all according the philosophy of Glenn Domain, right?
Yes, so that is the Glenn-Doman philosophy. Then obviously, if you use the Montessori philosophy or forest schooling, you bring in nature, you bring in self-directed
Yeah,
learning.
in Moscow we have a lot of wonderful parks.
Yes,
So you can
yes. So you bring in, so that you have a holistic curriculum at the end of the day.
I like these words
When
too,
we start-
holistic approach. Yeah, it's
yeah. When we start to prepare the child for school and the parents have decided which curriculum or which school they will put the child in, then we will obviously start to use that particular curriculum and the methods. But the child already can then do so many things that it's very easy to learn a new method. Say, for instance, a child goes to a British school or American school. It's very easy then for the child to adapt to a new philosophy, because they already have such a solid, foundation that they are building on.
Yeah, that's right. He should have,
And then,
with your approach,
and then
definitely.
with the Glenn-Doman, another very important thing is obviously to strengthen your body, because you have to do the vestibular and the proprioception activities, because a strong body obviously holds a strong mind. So we bring
Right.
in that as well. Yes, so that we
So
have
you
the
also
physical.
involved with physical education, as you mentioned,
Yes.
in your resume.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is also very important, so that you don't only focus on the academic side, but you also focus on the physical strength of the child, because we have seen that if a child, for instance, can run very good or swim very good, they obviously get more oxygen to the brain, and then they learn faster. So we do certain activities with a child, not only for, keeping them busy, but because we know what is the outcome. We know that we want to get oxygen to the brain. And then obviously healthy eating is so important in this whole process.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. It should be
Yeah.
systematically and holistic approach.
Yes.
So, and what I see, you can, for example, we have this 2.5 years old boy, and the family mother is wanted to like boost his English, first of all, to create some English speaking environment for him. And of course, he has no like extra activity outside. The mother wants to get everything from the governess. So
Yes.
which
Perfect.
is
Yes.
you can give
Yeah.
them
So what?
developers.
Yeah. So what we do is, obviously I have my lessons that I will do with him in a playful way, and then obviously also to get him social interaction, I will arrange that we go to certain groups, that we do some music, that we when I get to know the child, then I will also know what he really likes to do. And then I will present that opportunities for him, playing an instrument. And we do it in a way that the child always feels safe, the child doesn't feel like we are pushing them to do something, but that it comes from them, and we follow their lead in how they are learning. And then we obviously have strategies. If a child is a bit hesitant, we know how to draw out the good qualities out of them so that they can feel, but I can do something. For instance, I have a child that is very scared of the water and they don't want to swim. Then we will first do interactive, just a playful game that we are doing outside where there's no swimming pool, and I will make them, let's pretend we are swimming, we have their favorite toys, and we create a story, and then later we will take them to the swimming pool. So we obviously have different ways of doing it.
Terrific. So as I see, you can make it more structural, more systematically, even to write down the plan of how you will interact with the child.
Yeah. So I've seen working with the parents, it's very important to give them feedback very regularly and very systematically, that the parents can also see where we are working towards and what we are doing. Obviously, being a teacher, that is what we also do, in the classroom. And throughout all the different philosophies that I've learned, it's also very nice for the parent to see, oh, my child is going to reach this and this by this stage. And this is the developmental outcomes that we need to reach.
I see. Okay. So I have a questions about, so you have experience in Saudi Arabia, as I see. So from the overseas country, it's only South, in Dubai, yeah, Emirates, you were talking.
So I've been in Dubai for about 3 years. We traveled quite extensively with the family because the families are obviously international families and they are working in different countries, but we were based in Dubai. Going to Russia, to India, to Europe.
So you have been in Russia.
Yes, I've been to Moscow before, and outside of Moscow, we also visited a few places. The parents were working, so I was with the children most of the time. We were doing a homeschooling program and traveling with.
But it wasn't the Russian-speaking family, yeah?
No, it was an Arab family from, What we did do in Russia, obviously, we had play groups with all the other Russian kids. And one of the families that I worked with last year, they are from Estonia, and they speak Russian. So that was really nice. I worked with them for 6 weeks, and then we took a break, and then 6 weeks again to do a certain program for the music therapy.
I see.
So I've worked with Russian families before, but not extensively. Like, for short terms, like 6 weeks at a time.
With this family of employer.
Yeah, so one family was from Estonia, and then one family, they were from the